Zuri is scared of the sound of the clippers, and the compression of her thick nails is uncomfortable and may be painful. I'm going to change her emotional response from fear to enjoyment. I'll use a sanding tool to avoid cutting the quick and causing pain and compression of the nails by the clippers. How? With canna conditioning and patience.
I don't know whether she'll let me go near her paws, so we'll see what happens. And I've got to be careful because she tries to touch it. Okay, here we go. So that's better. I know. Can I have your paw? Can I do it? Yeah, good girl. Let's see. Oh. Okay. All right, so that's good. She's pulling away and I'm not going to force her. So there you go. That's a good before. She doesn't really like it and she'll pull away. Great. Okay, I'm just going to show you getting Zuri used to the Dremel. She doesn't like it and normally she gets up and runs away. I have done 2 sessions of canna conditioning with her where I fed her dinner and had this running and holding it away from her.
Canna conditioning is a way of changing a dog's emotional state from negative, say fear or avoidance of an object, to a more positive emotional state, such as anticipation, enjoyment or wanting to approach. It is achieved by combining something the dog really likes with whatever the dog usually tries to avoid. In Zuri's case, the noise of the sanding tool was combined with her dinner at a distance that she could tolerate. This meant she didn't keep looking at the tool, try to escape from it, and was able to keep eating. It's done at a pace that the dog sets. Care is taken not to have the dog display any signs of avoidance or fear whilst performing the canna conditioning. If the dog is still extremely worried, the canna conditioning will be slow or even unsuccessful.
So we'll see how she goes when I turn it on. She's nice and relaxed, so I have it away. All right, that's great. Not even a flinch, so I'll move it closer. That's great. Oh, good girl. And I'm feeding her because that associates it with something good, and I'm going to turn it up. Good girl. And I'm going to put it near her paws, and usually when I put it near her paws, she hates that, so we'll just see. That's great. Cool. So while the Dremel's on, I give her treats, and when the Dremel's off, it's a bit boring. And then when the Dremel goes back on, I'm going to feed her again. She doesn't have to do anything for this. It doesn't matter what her reaction is.
When I say it doesn't matter what Zuri's reaction is, I'm actually referring to the fact that she doesn't have to perform any task in order to gain a treat or reinforcement. This isn't actually a training task or a trick task. Her reaction definitely does matter if she shows signs that she wants to escape and is worried or not enjoying the process. If this happens, I need to reassess what I'm doing and readjust the process. The final outcome of this canna conditioning process should be that the object of fear or avoidance now becomes an anticipated event because it now signals good stuff is going to happen.
I'm just moving it around. I'm arching it up because she seems to be able to handle it. And this is really good. I actually did want a before shot because normally as soon as I turn this on, she would run under the table. Good. I think you get the picture. That's worked really well. So the next step will be to actually put it near her toes. All right, but I don't want her to show any fear. I want her to enjoy it. Okay? Cool.
Here is the final product. Zuri's emotional response has been changed, and she doesn't try to get away from the tool. She is comfortable enough that she now offers her paws. You will notice that I never try to physically restrain her or force her to keep her paws in position. I can sand a nail for quite a few seconds and do a few from each paw, but when I started, I only touched one nail for a second before removing the tool and giving her a treat. There is no rule that says you have to do all 4 feet in a session, or even all the nails on one paw. Your dog will guide you. Even now, Zuri is not 100% comfortable and will get up and leave when she has had enough. I try to stop before reaching that point. With time, and proving to her that nothing bad happens when her nails are done, only good stuff, she will relax completely and come to enjoy the process. If you had 2 people, counter-conditioning would be even easier. As one person held the tool, the other assistant could rapidly feed. You just need to coordinate with each other. The take-home message here is that there are very effective alternatives which don't involve force or punishment and have the added benefit of helping your dog overcome fear and enhancing your bond at the same time.